It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Minnesota.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab.
And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Dancing to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory, because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team, because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed, because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Lance looking to throw it.
Steps away to his left. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A give. This is Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Handoff comes to Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Peterson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Olivier Vernon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. picked off by Malik Hooker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Jarwin. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 36, Prescott, and he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. To throw is Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give to Elliott. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. So the false start will back them up 5. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Daniil Hunter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To the air again, Prescott. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman.
And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over. Right at the 50.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Prescott.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, Cook.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. That's complete. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Really picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
One final try now for Lance. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.